seconds into this song.
Yeah, very, very. These guys, I mean, this song's 15 years old now, I think, but this is really some British classic 80s speed metal sound that these guys came out with.
On the cold winter morning, in the time before the night, in flames of death, see it turn to rain, we ride towards the fight. When the darkness is
These guys aren't young bucks either, so they're still long in the tooth, but put on a good show.
When this song was like huge, I mean, when Guitar Hero first came out,
Yeah.
I would YouTube videos of like 7-year-olds getting 100% on this song, and you're like, how? How do they do it?
I saw a kid do it live. My show, when I was on in Chicago, we had to do an appearance at the Chicago Auto Show every year. And our station, rather than just have a table set up, we had a giant 9-foot screen with like Xbox on it, so people could come and play. And this little Japanese kid, I guess that's neither here nor there, but I mean, this kid was like playing the part. And he kind of walks up, very unassuming, and grabs his controller or the guitar or whatever.
Yeah.
And it becomes very clear very quickly that he's a plant that somebody's put in there. And this kid was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so this crowd, I couldn't even get to my own table because this crowd was forming around this kid watching. And it's fun to watch kids because kids have nothing else to do.
No.
They don't have a job.
No.
They can just spend all goddamn day playing Dragon Force on the Xbox.
Yep.
But those guys are going to be at the Agora in April. If you dig them.
It's to the point where people I can play it on actual guitar, but like, yeah, that's not the same as doing it on Guitar Hero.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I guess Post Malone learned how to play guitar off Guitar Hero. At least I heard that over the break.
I've heard his music, and he hasn't.
That's what I heard.
Well, I will say the Guitar Hero and Rock Band and those things, they were, if you'll pardon the pun, pretty instrumental in getting younger kids into older music.
Yeah.
Like when my son was a lot younger and playing Guitar Hero, that's how he learned Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix and
How
all that.
I know most of it.
That's how those artists started selling albums again.
Yeah.
510 all week. Oh, the keyword for you as I go into that break that could get you to our Alter Ego Festival, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. It is the 15th and 16th of January. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And you and a pal could be out in L.A. for our huge alt festival. Coldplay, 21 Pilots, Kings of Leon, Imagine Dragons, All Time Low, and some other bands as well. It's round trip air for you and a pal. We fly you out, put you up, and get you tickets for the Alter Ego Festival at the Forum in L.A., which is the 15th of January. So 510 all week. Listen for that keyword, and you got a shot to win. 9:10 with the morning show, 1:10 with Jason, and then 5:10 with me. If that's how you want to do it. So listen for those. Betty White died.
She did.
This is not new news. Anybody and everyone, irrespective of what you think about the rest of life, everyone posted something about Betty White. I was actually told by young Bill Squire that Betty White died because I wasn't really on my phone much that day. And so this was New Year's Eve?
No, I think it was New Year's Eve.
It was New Year's Eve. And he said, Betty White died. And I was like, oh, that sucks.
She was old.
Everybody's trying to, there was a chance that it was a hoax. That's what everybody was hoping for. It's got to be a hoax.
Oh, like
Not
Eddie
New
Murphy
Year's
skied
Eve.
into a tree.
It felt hoaxy, and then it was real, and it is such a bummer.
Yeah.
So close, right, Poundcake?
I'm pissed. I'm
From the
pissed.
center. Wow, wow.
Yeah, remind me of that conversation because people were hitting me up. They're like, Poundcake called her a quitter or whatever.
Because I said Prince. What was the Prince that just died? Prince Philip. He was 99 as well, and he passed I think it was a month before his 100th birthday. And I was like, quitter. You could have got a letter from you. They don't have senators over there, and he's like the highest ranked person there, but still, he could have gotten something. You could have got triple digits. That's an accomplishment. But no, you just had to croak. You just had to keel over and die.
Huh.
So Betty White, she was right there. She was my golden girl. And now look at her.
Yeah, I think for a long time I said, and a couple people corrected me, and they were right. I was always under the impression that Estelle Getty was the youngest of that group, and she wasn't the youngest of that group. I think I was confusing that with the fact that she died first. Estelle Getty died. There was a 3-year period where a golden girl was dying every year. Estelle Getty died in 2008. I think B. Arthur died the next year, and then Rue McClanahan died the next year.
So they're all dead.
Now they're all dead. A bunch of people had posted a photo of the cast of the Mary Tyler Moore Show and said, these people are all dead now. Gavin MacLeod is dead. Ted Knight died a long time ago. Mary Tyler Moore is dead. Betty White's dead now. All the people that were on that show in the 70s. I was reading an article with Betty White's agent, and he's like, she knew that she was beloved by the fans, and that obviously made her feel so great. And all I could think of was, imagine being Betty White's agent, where, Hollywood is replete with people who still represent old celebrities. They don't have much to do, but they still have representation. Betty White was a unicorn.
Still working, yeah.
Still working and doing stuff. Like, this guy was still getting commission off of, active projects from Betty White. People Magazine, of course.
He's still turning stuff down for her.
Yeah.
Right.
People were giving People Magazine, they were kind of dunking on them because they were getting ready to release this 100th birthday cover. But they had to have that ready. It's like they've had the Betty White obituary ready for a decade. Newspapers, websites, they have these obituaries of old celebrities or old people of note. Those obituaries are written way in advance. So when you get the word, Betty White's dead, out that obituary goes.
Wasn't that an episode of 30 Rock where they were fighting over their obituaries, Jenna and Tracy Morgan? That they, someone hadn't had theirs written yet, or
really?
wasn't written right, or something and they were 40 or whatever, but...
NBC reran the time that she hosted Saturday Night Live this past weekend. That was from 2010. It was 10 years ago that she hosted, and it was because she had been in a series of Snickers commercials. Remember the Snickers commercials?
You're not you when you're hungry.
You're not you when you're hungry, yeah. And one of them was Betty White, and it was because of that that a lot of people were like, well, have her do all these other things. And so there was a huge Facebook campaign to get her to host SNL. In 2012, so almost a decade ago, she hosted. They put her in every sketch. They were bringing people back to do sketches with her.
People are probably asking to come back.
She won an Emmy for it.
Now, here's my question. Did they say why she died? Just from being old, or was there a heart attack? Or...
Said she died in her sleep.
Okay.
Fentanyl.
Was what I read.
Fentanyl. Cocaine laced with fentanyl.
She chased the dragon one too many times.
That's all it takes.
One too many times. Oh, that's not what I want.
Live, we just didn't know how to tape things. So I don't know what this show's excuse is. I have so many people to thank for being here, but I really have to thank Facebook.
This is back when some people still liked Facebook.
Yeah. When I first heard about the campaign to get me to host Saturday Night Live, I didn't know what Facebook was. And now that I do know what it is, I have to say, it sounds like a huge waste of time.
See, she still had great timing. She wasn't some old lady that they would roll out like the rapping granny and go, remember her. She was still out doing stuff. I never watched Hot in Cleveland, so I forgot about that show. But there's all kinds of great gag reel stuff going around social media.
Or with her in the Browns gear, she had a Browns hoodie on. They're like, always faithful. You're seen wearing a Browns uniform once, and you are Browns for life.
Sure. So yeah, Betty White died right before 2022. John Madden died. He was 85 years old. There's a documentary that they show on the NFL Network. There's a clip where, back in the day, if you're of a certain age, you remember Pat Summerall and John, who I think is also dead, maybe?
Yeah, they're both dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pat Summerall and John Madden were like the alphas when it came to calling these football games.
They kind of created that duo. The way that they work together became the template for what everybody else is doing now.
Right. Al Michaels and Dan Deerdorf and those guys all kind of followed in those footsteps. And there was a segment where they were talking to John Madden about how he and Pat Summerall, when they would have to read the interstitials about what was coming next after the game, they would... Did you see this? Where they would talk about how long they could pause between murder and... When they would promote Murder, She Wrote... About how long they could pause.
No, but that's hilarious.
60 Minutes will be coming up following football. followed by Murder, She Wrote.
We would have bets on how long it's going to be between Murder and She. And it got longer and longer.
Then it's Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury.
So we're doing a game, and there's a movie following the football.
Followed by part one of a CBS Sunday night movie, Gone with the Wind, starring Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh. All coming.
I laughed so hard, I had to take my headset off and go out in the hallway.
Murder, She Wrote. Yeah. And of course,
love
light a
that.
candle for one for our friend Frank Caliendo, of course, because he's the real victim here. But I guess he'll probably be keeping John Madden's spirit alive. Of course, Bill texted me about John Madden as well. I thought he meant the famed director, and boy, I was crestfallen immediately. And then I was like, he's John. Yeah, he is fine.
the
I think
sports ball guy.
But right, the sports ball dude. So yeah, John Madden died. Betty White died. Dan Reeves died. Anybody remember Dan Reeves?
Nope.
He was in commercials back in the day too. He was a big-time NFL coach. He was
I remember Dan Reeves.
Very winning coach.
He was with St. Louis Rams, right? Because they just made that movie about Kurt Warner. I think
right.
Dan Reeves was his coach.
Where Kurt Warner was Shazam's alter ego. Right?
Yes.
Right.
He's Shazam. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Reeves is the 10th all-time winningest coach. He got 9 Super Bowls as a player and a coach. Dang. And he died over the weekend in 77. He coached the Giants when they were good. Remember that? He played for the Cowboys. He coached the Broncos, the Giants, and the Falcons. He's not in the Football Hall of Fame yet. But that whole bit.
I'm kind of surprised he's not in the Football Hall of Fame.
I am too. Also dying in 2021, Dick from Dayton's Lowe's employment.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
It's over.
Was it emotional, Dick?
Hey! Hi, Alan. Hi, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Yeah.
Whatever you want to say, Dick. It's all right.
He's a man out of time.
It was kind of, I went there today. I didn't realize I had won from home office. I had a TV, and the party was so good. Do you know that they chipped in and got me a Sunburst finish, let's see what it is. Bill Monroe mandolin, probably the value on the market in the, like in a guitar store or something, is probably $2,000.
Wow, that's so nice. They got you. They got and Sunburst is a beautiful finish, right? So you got a good-looking instrument there.
Yeah, and also I got a lot of cards from. I've been going up to McDonald's and talking to some people. I got a lot of cards from McDonald's. There's a group of us go up there and talk about every day.
Yeah.
And I got from my cousin. She sent me some lottery money from Cleveland, and it was nice. I got one of the cards from somebody that retired here down at iHeartRadio. Her name was Kim, and she said that. Congratulations, Dick, for 25 years. I miss your chats. And
so you're only a few days into retirement, Dick, but has it really sunk in yet? You're probably still kind of in the bloom of all the well-wishing, right?
Yeah.
Once that dies down, then what will you do? How will you fill your days after that?
Well, I found out tonight. Kay from the band called. We have a little thing going tonight. She's going to honor some people. I'm going to be playing in the Kettering Banjo Society, on Mondays, practice, and then the Beaver Creek Strummers, and then I found another group. They have it over in Xenia. It's at the Senior Citizen. It's a jamboree for if you can play country music, and then I've got another gig is if I can go anytime, the country music jam on Monday night, so I'll be busy.
Oh, so you're going to be, you're going to be a busy guy. Lowe's was just cutting into your banjo time.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I can't thank enough Alan and Bill and Mary for what Lowe's did for me. I mean, they got me gift certificates. They got me a Browns hat, a Browns jersey, a Browns. Life is just good, and they want me to come over. They asked me now today if I could work part-time, and I probably told him no, but life is just... and now, the Bengals might make the Super Bowl, guys.
Yeah, but you're not a Bengals fan. You're a Browns fan.
No, I'm a Browns fan, and I'm kind of hoping
he's switching teams all of it. Now he's a jersey chaser. He's a bandwagon jumper.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping they win tonight. I want to, and truthfully, I want to see him beat the Bengals.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, well, that'll be next week. But yeah, I'll tell you what, Dick. So congrats on retirement. So the punch clock isn't even cold yet, and they're asking you to come in part-time.
Yeah.
Well, you knew that was coming,
right?
right?
I knew that was coming.
Everybody, Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy New Year.
You too, Dick.
Have a good day.
Informer, you know, say that I'm a snowman, I go blam.
Licky, 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 boom, doom, down.
Take the man that say that I'm a snowman, stab somewhere down the lane.
Licky, 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 boom, doom, down.
So you think the McDonald's now is where he and his compatriots are sitting there and chewing it up and kicking it around?
Well, you always see that. Like, you go into McDonald's and you see, like, a table of 6 old men
Yes.
with their nothing but coffees, and,
Yes.
like, they've been here for 3 hours.
And they're just laughing,
Every
talking about the
night.
good old days.
It's why I have no aspirations whatsoever of retirement.
To be an old man?
I couldn't be. Well, I certainly don't want to be an old man. But I have retirement. The concept of retirement holds no sway for me whatsoever. Granted, I like what I do for a living. A lot of people don't. A lot of people can't wait to get out.
But you're also not going to get taken care of the way that Lowe's is taking care of Dick from Dayton.
Yeah,
I ain't
no
going to get no
one's getting you a Browns
sunburst banjo.
Gift for ticket. What did he say? Gift for ticket. I can't
Gift for
even say it.
ticket.
Something like that. It was a Poundcake word.
Devotion to accuracy department.
Accuracy.
Well, try that again.
Everybody
Devotion.
take a break.
Yeah, what's our first day back? Devotion to accuracy department. I got Dan Reeves and Dick Vermeil mixed up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I didn't catch that. So
You never do when it's Bill.
Ooh.
no, when it's sports, I don't. You're over there slaughtering the English language. That's my wheelhouse. Sports is not. So you throw me a Dick Vermeil, I'm going to go, what is that, an Italian dish? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, good.
My broken English makes such beautiful art. Have you not checked out
your coaster?
My coaster?
Yeah. So, Dick, and I had forgotten, obviously, until I saw him up on the screen that Dick was a few days now into his retirement. But yeah, it might seem like fun when these old guys sit around and chop it up at a McDonald's, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's
all they have.
If you're lucky, you got 20 more years after that, oh, God.
But what else? Think about this. What else are you going to do? You have no responsibilities. When you're that old, you're retired. Your house is probably paid off.
Spoil your grandkids.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't have grandkids or anything,
so he's
got
sit around.
all he's got is banjos.
And he never mentions his woman.
No, he doesn't.
He never mentions his alleged girlfriend. I have to take him at his word, but he never mentions, hey, I'm kicking her. I think a lot of retired guys are probably like that, right? They're like, I can't wait to spend more time with the wife.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
That's why they end up, you got a wife at home, and you're over at the McDonald's
For your 99-cent coffee.
with a bunch of other dudes for 3.5 hours. It's
know
like,
what? Let him do it.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, for me, like, what kind of life is that?
It's no different than me meeting a friend in a coffee shop that isn't McDonald's and sitting and talking for 2 hours.
No, you're gainfully employed. That's very different.
But if I was retired, it wouldn't change.
Yeah, but if you're retired and that's what you do, like that.
It costs you $1.
I'm just saying that
you're having fun. You're
has-
telling stories. Maybe you're playing some backgammon or
Canasta.
something. Yeah.
How many stories can you tell?
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
you can tell the same stories
Right,
every
they're all
day.
so old.
They're all
No one remembers.
Oh, I see. So every day it's the same stories, but they're new to them.
I saw,
Or they talk about the way that things, they see something on the news and they go, I can't believe that happened.
Wow.
Did you see Gerald left his trash cans out an extra day? I'm telling you, the guy's
Gerald?
a menace.
That goddamn Gerald.
Yeah, you see the way that football player took his jersey off. They didn't do things like that back in the day, but now they're just all wild.
Yeah, they're wilding out. Okay, let me take a break here. You want to get a text for anything? 35192, AlanCoxShow.com for all the other stuff, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.